10 simple ways that you can reduce anxiety from home for completely free. That's exactly what I'm going to be explaining in this video, and make sure you stay to the end as you can see some of them here. But the last one is question mark, because it's the most important, the most powerful, that will help you reduce your anxiety very fast. Welcome back to another video. I'm Max Hindle I, and I help entrepreneurs release anxiety, imposter syndrome and childhood trauma without years of therapy so that you can live a powerful life. So before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post. But other than that, let's jump into the 10 simple steps. So first things first, before we actually do jump into the steps, I want you to understand this. We live in a world right now.
You serious?
Where we have instant gratification. For example, I can ask this one question. Hey Siri, how far away is the moon from Earth?
The average distance between Earth and the Moon is 238,856 miles.
That's how instant our life is right now. That's how easy it is to get any piece of information. And we have that literally in our pockets. That's crazy. Because we live in such an instant gratification world, people tend to look for the quick fix, the quick pill to reduce anxiety now, to alleviate anxiety today. But realistically, what alleviates anxiety? What alleviates pain? What alleviates all these negative things that can happen to us? It's consistency over a period of time. How do we grow muscles? We work them out. How do we gain more knowledge? We read more books. We listen to more podcasts. We study a specific topic. How do we get better at driving? We drive more often. How do you understand how to use Excel spreadsheets? We use them more often. And it's what we do on a daily basis which dictates where we're going to be in the next 3, 6, 12, and 48 months. We need to start stopping. We need to realise that anxiety doesn't just go like that. And don't get me wrong, it can do. I will explain in another video exactly how we do that, but I'm not going to explain it in this video. This is the 10 simple steps. But we need to get in our head first that there's not necessarily loads of quick fixes. There is a quick fix, but I'm not going to explain that in this video, as I said. The best and the easiest way to do this is over a period of time, just change those little habits. So stop looking for that quick fix and start utilizing the ability that you have, which is acting on these 10 steps here. So the only way we do really eliminate it in an instant is when we take responsibility for where we are in our life. And the easiest way for that to happen is a transcendental experience, something that is bigger than ourselves. That's why things like psychedelics, that is why things like deep spiritual experiences can change someone in an instant, because they are stepping out of the normal and they are seeing everything from a different perspective. And when we see things from a different perspective, our life begins to change in that instant. So yes, we can have those experiences, but don't make it that is the only thing you can do. Why not look for those experiences, but also do the daily things so that you know, regardless if you find that experience or not, you're going to get results. Because this is how you get results, the daily things that you do. And the way I really say it is these deep spiritual, profound experiences through plant medicines, psychedelics, or through deep meditation and spiritual work, they are not a necessity, but they are a luxury. They can speed up the work, but you do have to be completely open to that, because a lot of the time we're going to go through something that is extremely painful. I know I did when I took ayahuasca, and if you want to watch my ayahuasca documentary, go and check it out up here. Yes, it's not brilliant editing. It was one of the first videos I actually made on YouTube, or one of the first bigger videos that I tried to produce into a documentary. So go and check that out if you do want to hear about my experience. But it was a very, very, very traumatic thing. So I don't always recommend everyone goes and does that initially. I would always recommend starting with this kind of stuff, because this stuff works regardless. It's just over a period of time we need to get ourselves into this state of mind. So without further ado, let's jump into the 10 powerful ways that you can release anxiety from home, from the comfort of your own home, and allow yourself to really start making shifts in your life. I posted a picture on Instagram the other day about Jim Carrey saying, I'm going to get it up because I do not want to mess it up and I want to get it exactly right. I believe depression is legitimate, but also I believe if you don't get enough exercise, eat nutritious foods, get sunlight, get enough sleep, consume positive material, surround yourself with positive support, then you're not even giving yourself a fighting chance. And anxiety, depression, mental health issues in a whole, in my opinion, do come under one sort of umbrella. And these 10 steps really do outline that whole umbrella. They allow you to break through allow you to get through so that you can make these shifts in your life. So let's start with number one. Number one, and I want you to write these down, write them all down, put them in the comments. Number one is sleep. Now, you may be struggling with sleep right now because of the anxiety. You may be struggling with sleep because of the things you're going through right now. I get it. But sleep is essential. We need sleep. So how can we actually get into better sleep routines? If you want me to make a sleep routine video, let me know. I can help you with that. Also, I can make some sleep hypnosis videos so that you can get into a deeper sleep. Because once we sleep more, we've got more physical energy, which leads us to the second one, which is action. And the way that I explain the first 5, I call it SAND. SANND, so there's 2 N's. Reason being is we sleep, which gives us energy to act, to move, to exercise, to get your muscles flowing, to get yourself outside for a walk, do yoga, Pilates, anything. You can do this all from the comfort of your own home, because this is what I've been doing, especially in the lockdown. I've been working out in the living room. I don't have a gym. I've been working out in the living room with what I've got. Some days I do yoga, some days I weight train, some days I go out for a run as well. So it's finding what type of exercise you can do and incorporate that into your daily routine. Doesn't have to be hours upon hours, but just some form of movement and exercise to get that blood flowing around your body so that you are releasing those happy hormones. Number 3, no more news. Especially now. Stop watching the news. The news is toxic. The news is not positive. Nothing positive will be on the news. The news scares everyone. The news is not there to help you. The news is there to inform you. They don't make money if they don't sell. How do they sell? They make something that is shocking. A beautiful summer's day will not sell. The worst storm in history will. So think about that. You do not need the news. You do not need the news at all. I completely 100% will back that. You do not need it. The only time you need the news is for information. Where can you find that information? You can find it anywhere. And especially with everything that's going on right now, I made a video about anxiety during lockdown and I spoke about not watching the news. You will find out if anything stops. You will find out what is changing. Do not watch the news. Do not consume news, especially if you have mental health issues. Number 4, nutrition. Nutrition is so important. What are you eating? Are you eating fast food? Are you eating fried foods? Now, I'm vegan and I would always recommend everyone to go on a vegan diet. I know everyone's not going to, but reason being, and not just like a processed vegan diet, because that's not healthy. It's not. I don't care what anyone says, it is not. The best diet to eat is fruit and vegetables. And some sort of way around that and making it herbs and spices and adding all that kind of stuff in. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean I don't eat chocolate. That doesn't mean I don't have some bad food sometimes. But my diet is predominantly healthy, which allows me to be healthy. So I'm feeding my body with what it needs, and sometimes I'm eating the stuff that I want as well. So the way that I see it is really the 80-20 principle. 80% of your diet, have healthy foods, have healthy options. 20%, do whatever the hell you want, but make it within reason, obviously. It's not like saying, yeah, I meditate every day, but then I sniff drugs 24/7. Or I meditate in the mornings and I sniff drugs for the rest of the day. That is not healthy, so it's making it relevant, and obviously I know you're smart enough and you can make that decision yourself. Number 5, you may not be able to see 5, I don't know, but it just says drink water. Drink more water. We need to hydrate ourselves. Lucozade does not hydrate us. Coca-Cola does not hydrate us. Pepsi does not hydrate us. Any drink doesn't hydrate us unless it is water or it has water in it. Now, I would always recommend just stick to water. Why not? And I always say filtered water for the reason of I want my water to be completely clean, and they've done many studies about this. I'm not going to put them in here, but they've done many studies about this from bottled water, from tap water, of how much crap is actually in them, whereas filtered water is perfectly clean. So I will always recommend to get a filter, a water filter in some sort of way. And if you can't afford one of the big ones, which I don't have, I've just got one of the little ones, the ones that you fill up manually, and they work just as well. Now, the other ones probably work better, but they work just fine to get yourself healthy filtered water, essentially. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water, keeping your body clean, because we need to flush it out from time to time as well. Stop anxiety from home, number 6, or step 6, sunshine. Get that vitamin D. All seriousness, we've just been through a very cold time in the UK. If you're watching this across the world, you may be going through a cold time as well. But we need to find ways where we can just get outside, get fresh air, but mainly get the sunshine. Get some form of sunshine. Now, we can't do this every day because it may be raining. And I don't do this every single day. But when we go outside, we are literally getting, as we said, vitamin D. We need it in our body. We need vitamin D. So if we allow ourselves to go outside and get that sunshine, we are going to get that vitamin D. So make sure you go outside, make sure you get that sunshine. Moving on to number 7, self-reflection. Now this is what I use self-hypnosis for. This is what you can use your meditation for. This is what you can use anything. It's just a practice where you are focusing on yourself, bettering yourself, going through your days mentally and saying, what did I like about today? Why was I so positive? Why was I so negative? What didn't I like about what I did today? And really understanding and sitting there so that we can review our days. I've done it many times. I've done things that I wasn't proud of, and then I thought about it and said, why did that person really trigger me? Because it wasn't them. It wasn't them that triggered me. It was me who let them trigger me. Something inside of me allowed them to trigger me. It wasn't necessarily what they did. It was just that they did it to me, and I perceived what they did to trigger me. And if you want to understand anything on emotional triggers, go and watch this video up here. Number 8. Cut out stimulants, cut out caffeine, cut out all those type of things. If you're drinking a lot of alcohol, cut it out. If you're drinking a lot of caffeine, cut it out. Anything that is a non-natural high, get rid of it. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to completely cut out drinking. I cut it out for a while. I don't really drink that much. I sometimes drink coffee, not every day. I'd say a couple of days a week. But only really 1 cup. And there have been some studies that have been done that have said 1 cup of coffee is healthy for you a day. But if you struggle with mental health issues, I would recommend to not put your body through anything that is a unnatural high. And caffeine isn't natural. Caffeine, we don't produce caffeine. I don't believe we produce caffeine. I'm not a biologist, but I don't believe we produce caffeine in our body. But anything that's going to get your heart beating, your blood flowing very fast, that isn't natural, as I said, is going to cause anxiety. Because what happens when you get anxious? You sweat, your heart starts beating, you start going red, you start to get jittery, you start to get nervy. So if you want to stop it, cut out things that are going to excel it. Number 9, breath work. Now, breath work, I've got many videos on breath work. I've actually made a self-hypnosis course that has loads of different breathing techniques that can allow you to use breath work, that can allow you to really feel the benefits from breath work, and allow you to really move into your power. Because when we use our breath, we go to that present state of mind. And we can get to the point where we can have those mystical experiences. So as I said, if you want to wipe it out quickly, you can do that. But breath work's powerful. Are you breathing correctly? And most people aren't. And I did make a video about this, about diaphragm breathing, about are you breathing correctly? Because most people think a deep breath is, when a deep breath is actually your diaphragm coming out and your stomach coming out. And the way you can test this, put your hands up here, one down there on your stomach, breathe your stomach out, keep your chest where it is, breathe in and push your stomach in. Sorry, breathe out and push your stomach in. Now that's a full deep breath, but I'm not going to explain any more in this video. Now the 10th, the final, the most important one that I use every single day because it works so well. And this isn't just for confidence. This isn't just for reducing anxiety. This is for what I use for abundance, which allows money to come to me. And this is what I use to attract anything that I want in my life. And it really is the power of mental rehearsal. The power of mental rehearsal. Now, there's been many studies done before where someone who does something in their mind actually grows more synaptic connections in their brain to say that they have already done it, even though they haven't physically acted out the action. Their brain looks like it's already happened. So if that can happen just from imagining something, you are literally changing your brain, which will allow you to get the results that you want to get. So then my question to you is, what is it you want to achieve? If you are anxious right now, you want to be more confident. So it's acting out in your mind when you're in a deep state of mind. So you go to your self-reflection, or you do your breath work, you go to self-reflection, do your meditation or hypnosis, whatever it is. And if you want some hypnosis or you want to understand self-hypnosis, go over to my course, which is in the link below. And then we really move over to the mental rehearsal. And I will do like a guided process, or I will explain my process in my meditations or my self-hypnosis sessions. But when we move into creating who we want to become, when we move into those actions in here, as I said, our brain thinks that's already happened. And what do we get in our life? We get what we think about on a constant basis. If our brain on a subconscious level, and if you want to understand the subconscious mind, you know what to do. If our brain on a subconscious level believes something to be true, That is what you will do, that is how you will act, and that is what you will attract into your life. So make sure you use these 10 simple steps to reduce anxiety for completely free at home. And if you want any more information, head over to my website or send me a message. But with that being said, have an amazing day. Keep spreading love, kindness, and so much positivity. Yeah.